Welcome to the System to Success show. On this show, we'll cover the best growth advice from top CEOs in North America and beyond. On each episode, your host, Jay Crutchfield, he's a former software engineer turned entrepreneur, created and maintained online marketing, online sales, and fulfillment systems for global brands. He offers non-traditional wisdom about business systems mastery, while his guests share the story of how they built their companies. Jay and his guests talk entrepreneurship, digital marketing, strategy, and business principles. But they also talk about what it means to be human with all the ups and downs, advances, and setbacks. And what he does is he takes his information and strategies that has helped catapult global brands and brings that to the small business owner to give them that advantage. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more of these business system mastery principles.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about how to destroy all the hate from social media. So you ever seen the comments after posting something on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or even ran some paid advertisements and thought, like, what the heck did I do to you? Some people can be super duper cruel. I'm like, dang, are you hating your day and hating yourself? Right? What the heck is going on with you? And so there's three things that I do as I'm looking at that, because there may be some hidden gems in the comments and there may be some stuff that's just straight trash, right? And so there's three things that I do when I'm assessing it to really take that back and see, okay, how can this be valuable to my business? How can I add more value to my audience, right? And so the first thing what I do is I assess the comments. I'm like, okay, is this criticism or is this hate, right? Is this a hidden gem or this is some, straight trash, right? And so some things that I do, I look at it, is like, okay, we already know it's straight hate. Somebody saying like, I don't like you or your mama. That's straight hate, right? But there may be some gems that may be in the comments also, or some objections coming through, right? And so looking at that, really assessing it, and not really getting offended by what the people are saying, but really look at it and see, it's like, okay, can this add value to my business? Is this something that I can use later down the line? And the second thing, after I assess it, I address it. And not in like a battle type of way. And it may not necessarily be inside the comments where I address it. It may be some type of objection that is brought to the surface that myself and my team, we didn't see. And so how can we address it? We can address it with a new creative in the post, like a new post that's going out, or a new paid advertisement that really addresses that objection that came up in the comments, right? And so that's the second thing that I do to see if, like, okay, this is something that I may need to respond to, may not necessarily need to respond to it in the comments. I can respond to it in a new creative or a new post that really overcomes that objection, so that they see it's like, okay, this answers that too. And then the third thing, after I assess, after I address, man, I toss out the rest. Anything that isn't of value, that doesn't meet the threshold of valuable, right, to the audience, to myself, man, I toss that stuff out, because it's not gonna add any value. Like, you really have to have some thick skin when you're really putting yourself out there. You got to really be high on that self-love, right? And encouraging yourself, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that isn't any good. And so let's focus on, let's dig through those comments and focus on those hidden gems that may be hidden and is right there, hidden right there in plain sight, right? It may, taste like castor oil. For some of my folks to know about that, it tastes like castor oil going down, but it adds some value. So assess those things, right? And don't focus on the rest of the people, because, those people are going to hate. But let's focus on the people that are providing value in those comments, and maybe some hidden gems, and extract out the rest that's going to be beneficial to you, your audience, and your business. All right. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and follow for more.